Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk is Cheap. I'm back. I'm your host, Miss Carrie, baby. Go by, me. Everybody knows me, Carrie T, as Miss Carrie, baby. Um, just coming to you guys with some new messages this year and just ready for us to, get things going. So happy New Year's to everybody. Hope you guys had a good holidays over last year. And I just want to say first, goodbye 2020 and hello 2021. Coming to you on January the 25th, season 2 premiere. Let's get it. So yeah, y'all know how I am. You can't see me right now. But every episode after this, you will be able to see me on video. All my videos are live. I like things to be presentable, to be real with you guys, and to come together and for us to promote each other and share our stories along the way. I have also been working hard for my listeners this season and for myself. It's very therapeutic for me to do this as well as a mental health social worker and presenting this information to you guys as we come together. So I've been working hard, um, interviewing a lot of different guests that's coming this season, and it's gonna be great. Booked and busy, and it's amazing. Of the life changing experiences that we will experience together. So first, just coming to you, like I said, goodbye 2020, hello 2021. So there were some things that went on in 2020 that you may remember what happened, or you might have forgot and said, well, I'm glad that year is over. But it has always been a great year. So let's just think about some of those great memories. So just starting off, it's about to be the Super Bowl again. Okay. Kansas City won their first Super Bowl last year. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes. He's doing great things. And just the little town of Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas, they come together and be happy and united. So shout out to you guys. And then the Super Bowl also had phenomenal performances by J Lo and Shakira. I'm a big fan, and they were amazing. And so that'll be great. Have a little social distancing party with your friends and family, and watch the Super Bowl and enjoy. Um, just also thinking about the things that happened in 2020. Y'all know I'm going to talk about the coronavirus, COVID-19, as we call it, and just going over some things and some specifications about those, and discussing that vaccine as well, and things that are going on in the world today. And this also just being mentally aware while this time is going on. A lot of people um, are having a tough time dealing with the coronavirus with our families, me myself included. I have had family members that have had the diseases as well, and just also just making sure that they're being careful in everyday life, and we're all uplifting one another and sticking together and praying for a better 2021. So I hope this first 25 days of the new year has been great for you guys, and we're all prospering to better things. A lot of entrepreneurs, shouts out to you guys. Y'all are making the business marketing community very great, especially Black owned businesses. Go out, eat some good food, go and support Black owned businesses that are also. A lot of women are becoming beauticians. They're doing hair. A lot of pop up shops I have been seeing out here in the Dallas Metroplex. Shouts out to More Than Clean. She comes and she cleans your house. She fumigates everything. She has her COVID-19 power tools that she's helping families stay safe during this time, and ensuring that we have, a clean household. Maybe things have gotten messy over the holidays, or maybe things have just got too overwhelmed for these mothers that are working with their children, or fathers that are out getting their paycheck as well. And she comes in, she's very respectful. And so just shout out to her. You can hit her up. That's More Than Clean. And you will speak with Nikki. She is the CEO and the founder of that company, and she does a great job. Also, you guys, just thinking, like I said, thinking back on a lot of things in 2020. Y'all know I went on my own personal hiatus, as I like to call it. It was a journey for me, just for me to take a break from things and not get too overwhelmed, and stay, also just stay focused as well. So I do commend my family for understanding that, my friends for being there for me, and also a lot of great guests that I have interviewed over my past, like my first season one, that I have become acquaintances with. And I enjoy that group of ladies. We uplift each other, and we might not talk every day, but we do check in with each other. And I'm also bringing a lot of them back for this season as well. So it's been great to know that my supporters are here for me, and just going, not just necessarily, you don't even have to be going through anything to want to take a break from things or feel like you're burnt out or overwhelmed, because that's all different from everyone. But just understanding that you can't juggle too many things at one time, and knowing when the going gets rough, you gotta put a halt on things, and get your ducks in, your eggs in order, and get everything in a row, and come back and ready to stay focused and present this to you guys and to the community, and know that we're here to support one another no matter what we're going through. So, COVID-19, let's talk about that a little bit. And I also plan to have other medical and mental health professionals on this season that will also talk about their journey with COVID-19 and explain some things that they understand about this virus, and know that we've been dealing with it in the United States for over a year now. Our first case was back in January 2020, from a man in Washington. He came over from China, and he around January the 15th, and he began to be ill around January the 19th. So this young man has come over from China to Washington, the state, and he said that he didn't feel good. Something was wrong. He had been in China for a certain amount of days or weeks, and he comes back and bring this illness to the states. The CDC has put out a lot of things about this story. The CDC has put out a lot of things about COVID-19 and what it is, how you can get it, and just a few of the symptoms that were unusual to our population, or saying, well, where did this come from? Where are the signs of you getting it? So I'm just going to read off a couple of those. So you may have a fever, cough, fatigue, shortness of breath, loss of taste or smell, or now they've added no symptoms at all, along with a lot of other different symptoms that have populated over time, accumulated over time as well. And then we all been told to quarantine and stay home for 14 days. Then they knock it down to 10 to 14 days. And then knowing that you can probably be infected or know that you have this virus from 2 to 14 days. So that 2 is being that you come in contact with someone that is asymptomatic. And then I'm guessing over the span of the 14, knowing if you have it or not, going to go get tested. Myself, I am a believer and advocate for the testing and knowing if you have it or not. We all have families. We all have, young children that are around us, elderly people that are around us. My grandparents, and I just thought about infecting my grandmother. What could happen if, she has underlying conditions? So it's just about being safer. What could have happened if she would have caught this virus? And just always just maintaining that we wash our hands. They say wash your hands. That'll protect us. Being more clean, wiping down surfaces. I've even found myself now, with this being, over a year in, coming home and automatically changing my clothes, taking off some things, grabbing the robe, going to go shower, and putting on new pair of clothes, clean clothes, just so I can keep my family safe. Even my pet, I want to keep her safe as well. Because I have seen some articles like it's been crazy how, we don't know how it's spreading, or we don't know where it's coming from. But then you see some articles that say, well, maybe pets can get it too, or they hold some type of immune or something to the virus where they're asymptomatic. It's just a lot of things that went through our minds during this time. So are you going to take the vaccine or not? Me with the vaccine, we all have different thoughts and different points of views about this, but being a mental health professional, and just backing up those healthcare professionals as well. Like I say, I have family members that are nurses and doctors, throughout the family, or even people that just work at the hospital staff that I know that are being, mandatory or mandated to take this vaccine. And then there's some that are not. But there's also coworkers of mine that want to go take the vaccine. So we've been sent emails from our supervisors to say, here, we can put you first in line. You can go to so hospital and you can get this vaccine. My thought on that is I am skeptical. But like I say, I do back them up while they have to be mandated to take that as well. So, it's it can be seen as my thought can be seen as a contradiction, but at the same time, I am advocating for it. I wouldn't tell somebody that wants to take it, no, don't take that. I just simply just say, do your research on these things. I'm doing my research as well because I feel like as a mental health professional and a frontline worker, as they call us, my time is coming where I have to be mandatory. And then, like I say, us working class, we're willing to do anything for our jobs, which goes a long way. But then also, we do want to protect ourselves and protect the people. And then it's all in convincing us and persuading us that everything's going to be okay. So hopefully, moving forward, things do turn out great for it and things get better. So they're doing this vaccine with that research. They're doing this vaccine in different phases. So just a little bit. And what I mean by different phases, they have a different setup of who they target first to take this vaccine and so forth. So just reading off some of those phases for you guys. Phase 1 is what they're doing now. We're within phase 1, which is the frontline essential workers, your firefighters, your police officers, your correctional officers, and then your medical, your health professionals and health personnel that are also in long-term facilities, so nursing homes, anybody that was around people that can be underlying conditions or that can be what can I say, a victim to this virus or get it easily. So you have your hospital workers, and then, of course, like I said, your nursing homes because of your elderly people that was a target population, and then your mentally ill population that was also targeted from the get-go. And then they have that in phase 1, and then they label it A, B, and C. And like I say, all this information, I try to have things as factual as possible. So all this information comes from the CDC .gov website, but just like I said, just pointing out some things to you guys to think about when, like I said, your time comes. So you have your frontline workers, and then you have your people aged 75 years and older that are in this first phase. And then it goes down to phase 1C, that is the 65 to 74 years older. And then you're 16 to 14 years older with underlying medical conditions. So what I mean by this is that phase 1C is they're going to open it up a little bit more. Of course, they're going to get more people to take it within phase A, 1B. Phase 1A and 1B. And then your phase C is the 65 to 74 years old. And then 16 to 64, which will be majority of population, besides our younger adolescents, and then our young adults on up to beginning of senior citizens age, but with underlying conditions or increased risk of serious complications. So yeah, it's a lot to think about. Like I said, just do your research. But as of right now, like I said, I am skeptical, and I'm just praying that it does work like anyone else. As of right now, like I said, just think about a few things. Your take on it. with the vaccine and what's going on in the world today. And just knowing an update on cases, as our president Joe Biden said, woo, we are at 420,000 deaths in the United States and 25.3 million cases. So cases are going up daily. I have talked to a few of my guests that I interview over time for our pre-interview, that are in different states, have said cases are going up there, and then some are saying, "Oh, we're okay, we're getting through it." So just, like I said, pray for a better 2021, and everything's going to be okay, guys. So just moving on. Did we make history? And is all history good history? and y'all see where I'm going here with this. This one is about our former president, Donald Trump, and the Capitol attack. Sorry, guys. So, talking about the Capitol attack, are we calling this treason? I'll just say it. Are we? You know the definition of treason? Is this overthrowing the government? What are your thoughts thinking about, some of those things? And then he was impeached. They tried to impeach him previously before in 2020. And now they're doing a second impeachment. And they're charging him with incitement of insurrection. You think about this, and there's very similar things. But what got me is the with that charge, the penalty for it, or the consequence for that charge, is not as severe as treason. Treason, they kill you. So just look up, and that was incitement of insurrection. So it's just some things to think about there. What has happened to America, and the Capitol attack was something, both eye-awakening, and then it was also a weariness. And it just really brings it to, what type of world are we living in, basically. But hopefully, like I said, things are getting better. So will he be impeached this time? And will that impeachment save America? So moving forward, Joseph Biden, Joe Biden to be exact, 46th president, um, Democratic Party. Great, great thing coming. He's amazing. And then our first lady, Jill Biden, vice president, 49th president, Kamala Harris. And I love this one. Our first second gentleman, Douglas Emhoff, her husband. So that is our cabinet, everybody. And they're amazing. And also shout out to Eugene Goodman. He is head of security for Kamala. Both of these guys. He done what he needs to do to earn that position, and we're glad to have him as the, just speaking for myself, and and hopefully you guys as the American people agree as well, that it was amazing. And the inauguration was truly uplifting, to open us up to newfound ideas and new things that's yet to come. And hopefully Joe and Kamala can let that light shine in something that's better than what we've been dealing with over the past 4 years. So yeah, you guys, I've talked about 2020. Goodbye 2020. Hello 2021. COVID-19. Capitol attack 2021. The inauguration. 2021, and also what's coming this season to Talk is Cheap. Non cuts, non censored. Again, I'm your host, Miss Carrie, baby. I just want to spend some time talking to you guys about these topics for a few minutes here and just really hoping you guys see, and it's an eye opener for everyone, that we were so ready. 2020 is going to be great. And then slowly how things have knocked you down. And then sometimes it has also been a pick me up to say that things have been great in 2020. There's not always think about the good overcoming the bad, and hopefully that things are going great for you guys this year. And also just being mentally aware. This is focus of mental health awareness and substance abuse recovery, and just knowing that you guys are not alone in this population, and also just expanding that mental health is in all of these topics and it's all around the world. So just leaving you guys with a little thing to think about, and factual things about about the mentally ill. So mental illness affects 19% of adult populations, 40% of teenagers, and 13% of children each year. People are struggling with their mental health, may be in your family, live next door, teach your children, work in the next cubicle, or sit in the same church pew. However, only half of those affected receive treatment, often because of the stigma attached to mental health. Untreated mental illness can contribute to higher medical expenses, poorer performance at school and work, or fewer employment opportunities and increased risk of suicide. So, just thinking about those things, a lot of people in this world are dealing with a mental illness. And it doesn't have to be severe, or it doesn't have to be something that that you have heard of that's common. It can be anything that someone's dealing with. Most of the top two common mental health are anxiety disorders and mood disorders. That to categorize the two. And under those two, you have your post traumatic stress disorder, your obsessive compulsive disorders, your panic disorders, different phobias. And also with your mood disorders, you have depression, which is major, especially around this time of the year, and your bipolar depressions. Both of these depressions affect nearly 10% of adults each year. And numbers are just increasing as well. So just being here for this population and being here for one another, because you never know what someone's dealing with. So each year, approximately 44 million American adults will experience a serious mental health condition. Less than half will seek treatment due to stigma and discrimination. So yeah, guys, that's tough. Calling and what I mean by stigma is, calling someone crazy, or saying, oh, they're gonna be okay, or hiding things that are going on in our families or within our homes because we're scared to tell on the next person, or because we're scared to think what our friends would think or what our family would think, or the relationship that we have with one another, and saying, oh, they're gonna think something's wrong with me, doesn't make things better. You should, I'm not saying that it doesn't take time to get ready, but just be open and mindful to helping one another, and being open to telling your story and knowing that you can save a life. And that leads me to my hashtag for this season. It's hashtag save a life. That's dedicated to the Save a Life Foundation. You guys can, check that out and look that up. And just being here for one another. And also just putting on my other campaigns that I advocate for is hashtag for mind, for body. And just being, it's for if you put good things in your mind, it can be great for your body. And just being healthy, and also implementing self-care, and knowing when you're getting overwhelmed, knowing when something is wrong, or noticing when things are not how they used to be. And not just getting back to how they used to be, but being better. So just I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am, like I said, bringing a lot of great guests this season. I will be on video next week, and it will be a great starting off. Black History Month will be amazing. I'm setting up a lot of new things for you guys and for myself, for me to become knowledgeable on things, on other things that's going on in this world, and just us uniting and coming together and speaking positivity to everyone. And also, if you would like to be a guest for season 3, I won't have much of a long break in between seasons this time. I am going, I'm going straight in because I'm ready to talk with my guests and get this information to you guys. And, like I said, hashtag save a life. um, so I hope you guys are open and willing and, ready for what's coming this season. And if you would like to be a guest for season 3, again, like I said, you can come to contact at podcastofdallasinfo@gmail.com. You can add the Facebook page, and also like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook page as well, as Talk is Cheap, none cuts, none censored. Again, I'm your host, Miss Carrie Baby, just coming to talk to you guys for a minute and go over some things that happened in 2020 and hello for a fresh start in 2021. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let's get it.